Welcome back, folks. MTG Joe here. Today we are going to be taking a quick pivot from Historic Constructed, and instead we are going to try out the new cube draft that is on MTG Arena. This is the Tinker's Cube. So the gimmick theme vision of it, if you may, there is less removal, and it's really about, as they say, the main focus is on building the best contraption you can muster. So there's quite a few kind of cards in it. We'll take a look. I'm going in blind in terms of themes. There's like some Enter the Battlefield, some Blink, probably some tokens, Flash. There's just really not like board wipes, stuff of that nature. So we'll take a look through as we draft this set. Like mana fixing also isn't that great. So something to consider in terms of splashing. But we'll give this a shot. We'll see how it goes. We don't do much limited on the format, but if you do enjoy this, let me know what you think. If you'd like me to do this more often, like cubes, stuff like that, let me know in the comments. But we will jump into this and see how it goes. I don't do cube that often. The last cube that we did, I had I did it 3 times. I got like 6 wins, 7 wins, 7 wins, which is Boros Aggro. But that one had a bit more removal in it, and I think the card pool was a bit bigger, it seemed. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we got Mothra seems pretty good. Haunt is a little bit expensive. I think we go Mothra. Just being able to Luminous Broodmoth, give our stuff flying after, seems pretty good. Haunt's interesting, but it seems a little bit pricey for the mana. Let's go Mothra. There's always one. There's always one. I usually like playing more aggressively slanted decks in Cube. Just punish people if they're mana stumbling. So like ideally this would be the top of our curve. I think this also plays well with the Enter the Battlefield or Blink theme. We saw Ephemerate as one of the cards that's in this theme. Okay, opponent. Or fellow drafters. I have the Teferi icon. I'm the one who's supposed to slow things down. Well, we should eventually start picking packs. Okay, so Cathar's Crusade. Nethercyst seems pretty interesting as well. Lets us... Like, none of these cards really jump out to me. Otherwise, Cathar's Crusade, it's fine, but it seems a little bit pricier. I think we just go Nethercyst if we want to go aggressive. It also keeps us open regardless of color. Also, I want to play with this card. I had it in one Jumpstart pack, but I couldn't find any. Did like 20 to 25 Jumpstart runs. Could not get anything good. Okay, so Novice Knight, Defender, but it needs to be enchanted. Then we have Cartouche of Solidarity. Argyl's Bloodfast, also not the greatest. These packs kind of suck. This gets better with Nethercyst. Actually, if we can get a rune, I don't know if runes are in this, but if you have a rune you could attach to Nethercyst, sounds good. Okay, so 2/2 Vigilance, that gets the other effects. Terramander seems okay. We don't really have life gain. There's also this that can return a permanent to our hand, so we can reset. I like this because this can gain flying. And then also we have like First Strike. Given like the mana that we're seeing, we're probably going to want to stick white or like Light Splash. Okay, so we got the Ephemerate, and then we also see the core Skyfisher. I think we are going to go Ephemerate. Ephemerate also just serving as protection is nice. We can also reset the counters on this with Luminous Broodmoth, so we can get them to die again. I think there's like Omen of the Sun, Heliod's in here too. Hey, speak of which, I think we're just taking this. So this serves a couple purposes. It adds an enchantment for Nettle Cyst. Can give us 2 bodies, can give us lifelink. Treasure map, Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Okay, so we can take the mana fixing. I don't love treasure map for what we're trying to do with this deck. You just venture, you get trample. I think we're just going to take this to see if there's blue cards that are worth playing. Plate armor. Probably just taking that. These packs aren't that great. We need some creatures. Okay, I'll take Doom Traveler. The Slitherblade's actually interesting because it's unblockable if we can like suit it up with stuff, but okay, so this is basically a bounce spell. We'll take Expel here. I'm gonna take the Fireblade Charger just because it's better than what we're seeing here. I'll take Shepherd of the Flock. Creatures of power, 1 or power or toughness. Okay, so I think we're just taking this. Okay, so we'll switch out the blue and then we're going to go red. So there's Teaching of Archaics. There's Neheb, which is pretty powerful. There's Mascot Exhibition. There's Golden Egg. I think we're just going to take the Exhibition. There is double red in Neheb. I think we just take the Exhibition. Your probably 2-cost Trial, enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +2 till end of turn. Whenever you cast Cartouche, you get to return it. Hall of Oracles, we can splash black. This is probably just Pillar of Flames here. Okay, so we're moving more into Boros. Faith's Feathers is a pretty good removal. Krenko, though, also is pretty nice here. If we can get a lesson, then we can play the Mascot or something with Learn. Professor of Symbology would actually be pretty sweet. This is good if we just flood out, just giving us a bunch of bodies that are diversified. What do you do? At the beginning of your end step, if you control power, exile, you're not that great. So Birds of Paradise, Spectral Steel, or Perleus Myrrh. So it's between these. I think we're going to go with the mana fixing here. Also, this is an artifact. This is also evasive, so if we have one of our equipments, we can put it on here. Okay, so enters the battlefield, you can pay 2. Okay, so we have Guiding Voice, which is pretty decent. We have Young Pyromancer. We're not really playing instants or sorceries in our deck. I think I like the Guiding Voice. If we can get more Learn cards, then I can put the Mascot Exhibition into the side. So with this draft set, they're giving you 4 environmental sciences for your Learn board. The mana's just not good enough. I would love to play Domri. Okay, we're gonna just take this, put this here. We have 2 lessons, only 1 learn. Three mana, create a 3/2 is probably not worth mainboarding. So we have Fairy Guide Mother. Target creature gets +3/1 and you get to learn. I think we're just going to take the Fairy Guide Mother. It's basically a similar effect, but also giving us a body, which we'd like. We can also reset it with Shepherd of the Flock. And then all these like flying style cards, all these make our Thunderous Orator better. So this will probably be sideboard and then Mascot Exhibition main. So we have Faithless Looting, we have Forgotten Caves. So artifact and enchantment spells cost 2 less. Or we go Filigree, which gains us life and can draw us a card. I think I'm going to go this. Because this is an enter the battlefield, which is better. Target creature you control fights. Deals combat damage to the player. You may discard cards if you do. This makes Nettle Assist better. But this is kind of removal, so let's take that. Okay, we have the Trial. Probably not playing this. Just take whatever. We're not on the big Jeskai plan. Okay, so we have Shram. We have Aura, Equipment. So Shram's not terrible. Goblin Banneret's pretty decent. Enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control with a 1/1 counter. We don't really have creatures with 1/1s. This makes some bodies. Bone Splitter is actually not terrible. I think we're keeping the Banneret though. Especially with just like a lack of removal. Ooh, Cavalier Dawn's pretty nice. Also the Mana Fixing and Usher. I think we're going to take the Mana Fixing. If it gets enchanted. I like the Usher. I also like the Phoenix. But I think we're going to take the Fixing first. Okay, we got Professor. Reconstruct History is also pretty good. Dancing, so this pack's really good. Enters battlefield for basic line reveal, put in your hand. You get to return to the graveyard. I think we're going to go Symbology. That gives me 2 learns. So now I can play these in the side. And that gives me virtual card advantage. I'd be happy with a lot of things coming around with that pack. This card's so good. Okay, so Nadar's pretty sweet. We're not an Hour of Revelation deck. We're not. Whenever you sacrifice permanent. No, this is definitely a Nadar. Nice Boros Aggro. Vigilance here. Throw on like any of these armor things. This has the ETB as well as Venture, so it gives us some access to Dungeon as well. Some decent Ephemerate targets. The deck of many things. Anointed Possession, we're not copying. That's probably okay. When it attacks other attacking creatures you control with flying, gets +2/0. Kazul's Fury, so 3/3 or 3/4. This one seems better. Five mana. It's got Embalm, which is pretty good. Quick creature gets +1. Whenever deals combat damage to player, create a treasure. Probably doing that. This is actually pretty decent though. Lets us cycle early. And then the Embalm when I was doing the Amonkhet draft. Ooh, Den is very good. Yeah, please. I would love a Den. Creature lines are busted. So Ifrit, we don't have instants or sorceries. This pack's kind of bad all around. We don't have enough to reduce this cost. Okay, so we'll take Bone Splitter. I'll see how many artifacts. Improvise reduces the cost. Oh, Phoenix is still here. So Phoenix enters a battlefield. If you cast it, learn. As long as it's in your graveyard. If you learn, you may instead return Phoenix. So we can go Reconstruct History, which I think is just decent. Do we want Havoc? We're not really sacrificing stuff. It is just a 5 mana 5/5 is not the best. Okay, well, this is just better than this now. So it looks like flying matters, artifacts. We have 3 learn cards. I'll have to make a couple cuts here. So we're at 44. I don't think we want Reconstruct History. Okay, so Cartouche, probably okay. Pillar of Flame's probably not the best. This gives us a creature. I think I do want to keep a good number for Nettlecyst. Our curve's pretty low. Average 2/4. Potentially cut a land. Then one more cut. Might be an Omen of the Sun. Mind you, I don't have great things to fight, so let's get rid of Goat for Blood. We don't really have big creatures. So I'd say it's probably that. Okay, let's give this configuration a shot. I think 16 lions. We have a couple 5-drops, but we're not like going crazy with it. We'll see how Boros aggro plays out. Would love if this came in untapped, but we're probably just going to curve. Flyers are good. We can sack this to deal with that. Mountain. So we'll go Mask into Filigree into Phoenix potentially. Depending what we do, we can always just use this as removal. This will help in a race. All right, Maul Drifter time. Evoke, just draw 2 cards. So they cast Divination. Next turn, if we don't hit a land, I can triple spell. Can also do this environmental sciences, get a mountain, play Mothra the following turn. That lets me mentor as well, which is pretty good. Don't hate that. We'll see what they do. That is scary. This gives +2/0. Okay, so I actually think our plan kill this. So do this. Didn't they give us environmental sciences? Okay, well, I'm going to discard the spirit summoning. Discard that. I thought I read that they gave us 4 environmental sciences. I have to check if it just didn't add it properly. Well, good thing we didn't base. This card will just take over the game. Okay, so Death Touch, whenever it attacks, you may pay X. If you do, return target creature with mana cost. The corpse counter, if that creature leaves the battlefield, exile it instead. So I can Mothra here. Seems decent. Because here they either take 5, or if they block, I just get this back with flying, and I get to draw a card and gain 2 more life. We'll take the 3. They can get their flyer back, but then I can also cartouche. I can Phoenix here. Go get the sciences from my board. I could Banneret. Oh, they get Muldrifter back. Forgot that was in their graveyard. Pretty sweet. Without flying dies. Oh, that's actually pretty sweet. So I do this. Do this. Sacrifice there. It comes back. Put that there. So I can just throw a bunch of equipment on this to power it up, and then if it dies, we got them that way. We also just have 2 haste damage coming out of nowhere. Pretty good start. Poet's Quill is actually very good. Giving him lifelink. Okay, so they do have environmental sciences. I gotta check that out afterwards. So they gain 4, but then we can kill them on the crackback. I guess I should have done Oh, they're just going for it. Okay, they bring that back, but I can equip, kill it. Yeah, so I equipped, sack it, this dies, equipped to here, and then I can deal 2 more damage with it. That should be enough. So, equipped here, kill that. Got him. 1-0. Let me check this sideboard. Feel like we got gypped. Where are my environmental sciences? Enviro. No, they didn't give us any. The Tinker includes 4 copies of environmental sciences. Alright, well, we got ripped off. Ripped off. Sorry, we don't need sciences. We're combo gobelins. We'll just kill him dead. Hand's probably fine. Well, I'd like to pick up my learn card. This into equipped, or this into this. Ooh, Nadar. Like that. Pretty aggressive block, but I guess saving the damage makes sense. I think we're going to take the scry route here. So draw a card, like scry, create a treasure. I'm actually a bit ahead on board, so maybe, yeah, let's go this one. Let's go aggressive. I have 6 power on board. I'm gonna have another 2 with haste. We're curving out nicely. They're spending their first 2 turns just drawing cards. There's not a lot of removal apparently in this format, so we'll see. Poet Squill, sure. Yeah, apparently everyone has. It's fine. We get the mythic. Let's just do this. So here either we're getting a card out of their hand or we're taking 2 life. Okay, so get the Meteor Golem out. Next turn I go Steel Plume Marshal. Sedgemoor. We'll just take the damage here. See if they want to block. Okay, living a little risky. So here the big thing we have, we're going to be able to get a 4/4 next turn if they don't answer Nadar. Yeah, that was just a curve. Nadar just alone dealt like 9 damage over a course of a couple turns. 2-0. Apparently I just need to draft Boros like every cube. I'm actually going to try out Nadar a bit more. I feel like it's a card that's underrepresented right now, even in like standard 2022. Okay, we'll keep this. So I'm actually going to go this into this because then this gets flying. We get symbology later. We can get cute with things, but let's just kill them. Ozolith. So this could let me play 2/2 draw. I think we're just doing this. So I can do that the following turn. I think we just get our 1/1s. Or I guess I could Omrithopter, do this. No, I think let's get our 1/1s. Because if I draw another land, then I can play everything out. Perfect. So I think we're going to do this. And I'll probably just get... Okay, well, they're done. They played one spell. And this is why I like just taking these more aggro slanted decks. Like the opponent really didn't do anything. So 3 wins. We need 5 wins to get our investment back. And then we kind of come out ahead. So need to go 2 and 3 in the remaining games to break even. It's the audio. Thought it was quiet. Alright, this hand slaps. I just need a an equipment for this. This lets me go Krenko next turn and Banneret. The Banneret I can pump and then Mentor onto. Okay, so what are we dealing with? Gets haste and gets this sacrifice, deal 3 damage to any target. Okay, so they're like mono red equipment. So this turn might just be about mentoring. Okay, well, they had the damage there. I would love a land. Can I have a land deck? Land would be really sweet. Orator. I think we're just going filigree here. Opponent looks to be Gruul, just not hitting their stuff. Their other mana. Okay, so they have their green source now. We need a land this turn. Let's do this. So I can Orator this turn. I could do this. I can Mentor onto this. I think we are just going to... because this will get flying, which I like. The ground might be contested. This is more mana efficient. I guess I could have done it on here and then mentored onto the Fireblade. I missed out a point of damage. Okay, Pelt Collector, that will be if they'd like. Okay, I can make it kind of big. The sacrifice is 3 mana here. Honestly, we're probably just trading here. Do I? I mean, I could probably race them. 2 in the air, this dies. This isn't going to come through. Let's take the damage. We're ahead on board. So I can do this. Mentor. Can do this. So, mentor there. I didn't pump this yet because if they don't block it with Pelt Collector, then I'm going to play out the Spirit Summoning. And if they do block, then I could pump. The downside is with that play, I don't get to play any more to the board, but I still think we're okay here. Because they're at a virtual dead. So. All right. One more win to break even, and then we're going for cash monies. So we stumbled a bit on lines there, but was flexible enough. Yeah, we'll keep this. Played so much of this card in Innistrad Standard and Aristocrats. Sack your Doomed Traveler. I think I just like putting more power on the board. Next turn I can Guiding Voice, Bone Splitter. I guess both of these is technically because I kind of would rather save this if they decide for the Spirit. And like they're incentivized with Shepherd of the Flock. But if they don't, then I just put it on the Spirit. I'll take Summoning for now. Smork. Another red land where you just get to activate Den. Or we can play out Arkin. Wow. Wow. Wholeheartedly Did not expect Yahini's expertise. So next turn, just Bone Splitter up on this. Absolutely played. Whenever one of our creatures you control is being in combat, you may pay. If you do, double target creature's power till end of turn. Whenever one of our, at the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you do double target creature's power, that creature must be blocked this turn. So in that case, we're playing out Filigree. So they can pay mana to double the power. I'm largely okay with this. Like I trade with it. So they... Cool. Now I get to activate Den. 1, 2... Ooh, and I could give Den... No, I'd probably just give the bonus to Arkin. So we got Krenko as well, which is pretty nice. Okay, so if I do this, and then I could do Krenko. Okay, so we do this, this, and now we present a variety of lethal threats. We also have Krenko that can make tokens. They could sacrifice Doom Necromancer. They can get back Finn or Bloodthirsty Airless to block the flyer, but here I just put the Bone Splitter on Krenko, make a bunch of tokens. We got a tanker. Okay, that was a pretty good turn, all things considered. So... move that there. Activate that. And then we just go really wide. Sure. They can't have two Yahini's expertise. Alright, you got Death Touch. I take 2. Your head explodes. That was actually... we could have killed them with the dungeon. Each player loses 1 life. Alright, money back. Money back. Guaranteed. Let's go for the 7 wins. Let's go for 7 wins. We need white mana. This one's pretty bad. Now I feel bad about getting rid of the goblin. That's fine. Let's do this one. They're a more aggressive deck. Yeah, I'm cool with that. So I'm going to wait this turn, because with Luminous out, this could come back with flying. Curve's pretty good, because I can do this into this. Whenever you discard a card, deals 1 damage, discard a card. Activate this only when it's attacking. So I have a couple options here. I can make a goblin, or I could create a treasure. Treasure lets me keep Ephemerate up this turn, as well as have Arcan. I think I like that, because that will let me play around any potential removal they may have. This also lets me minus on their attacks. So we'll do it like this. Okay, so let's Ephemerate here. So we still get the block there, and now we get this to die, have it come into play, and then Ephemerate will come again, and then bounce it again. So we'll shrink this for next turn. Now I get to reset my Nadar so it can die again. And now we get to draw a card. We also complete a dungeon. Gain some life now. Not a bad turn. Could probably do that same dungeon again. Make a goblin this time. Because they still have 5 cards in hand, I'm not super excited about just pivoting and going like hard aggro. Target artifacts, target creature can't block this turn. Ooh, that's actually sick. So I can Symbology here. Put Spirit Summoning into my hand. Cast this. Discard Spirit Summoning. Friendo! Why you running, Friendo? Alright. Can we do the full 7-0? The full 7-0 Reno. These games haven't even been close. We've just been dumpstering. Easy keep. Easy keep. First strike on Krenko sounds good. 1, 2. Depending what they play out, I might go Nadar. No, I think we get Krenko going first. Simic's gonna have a hard time taking it off the table. And also with Nettle Cyst. Actually, this gets huge. What's your equipped cost? 2? Let's go Krenko. So, sacrifice a token, create a 4/4 beast. Creature tokens you control flying. Okay, looks like they're ramping into something big, so we will want them dead as soon as possible. I would love a land this turn, because then I can Guiding Voice. I'm kind of annoyed we never got our environmental sciences, because this would be a turn that I do this, get sciences, play sciences, cast Cartouche. Okay. Perfect. I think we do this. Now we're just going super wide. Next turn I can Nadar and Guiding Voice. And even if they kill the Krenko at this point, I'm just getting such a wide board state. Okay, that's actually terrifying. They put the counters on it, or... Okay, so what I can do here, kill this. Equipped here. Is that 7-0? 7-0. All right, there we have it. Beautiful 7-0 draft run in Cube. This is actually quite a lot of fun. Let me know what you think in the video. If you'd like to see some more of this, I probably will do 1 or 2 more of these offline. But I appreciate everyone watching. As always, if you can, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.